Hello and welcome to the Freedym Show. This is the daily show featuring 10-minute practical, usable advice from amazing, heart-centered lifestyle entrepreneurs. Because it's not just about the money, it's about the freedom. I am Ryan Lee, your host, your mentor, your coach, your teacher, and the founder of Freedym.com, the leading online education platform for freedom-minded people just like you. And if you want a special gift, I've taken my 2 books, condensed the 500 pages down to just 3 pages of the best tactical, usable information. All you have to do is text the word freedom, that's F-R-E-E-D-Y-M, to number 33444, F-R-E-E-D-Y-M. Just text it over to 33444, and it's yours. Woo! Now, today on the hot seat, we've got 10 minutes on the clock, and we got my main man, Clay Hebert, one of the world's leading experts on crowdfunding. How do I know this? Because when I did my own crowdfunding campaign, he was the guy that I had help me, and he was unbelievable. He helps thousands of entrepreneurs, has raised millions and millions of dollars with crowdfunding. If you want to learn more about Clay, he set up a special page with some really cool free bonuses. Just go to crowdfundinghacks.com/freedom, Freedym. Again, that's crowdfundinghacks.com/freedom for some special gifts. Clay, you got the big intro. We got 10 minutes on the clock. Are you ready to rock, my man?
I'm ready to rock. It's always great to talk to you, Ryan.
Always good to talk to you. Now, you know we've got no fluff here, and we're going to get into some real specific tactic. But first, what I want to do is talk to you about crowdfunding and why this fits in so well with, freedom.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a great question, and crowdfunding it's bringing the cost of failure very close to zero, right? Public school, our public education system teaches us that failure, getting an F, is the worst thing that you can possibly do. But you've been an entrepreneur for 20-some years, and you know that failure is actually the learning. It's the education we actually need are these small micro failures. And before, like if your dad or my dad wanted to be an entrepreneur and start a big thing, they had to buy an Italian restaurant on the corner, and they had to have $200,000 into the business before they ever served their first ravioli. But now you can spin up businesses, you can try things, you can test things. And crowdfunding is one of the ways that you can do that, and you can really bring the cost of failure to zero. So if we agree that entrepreneurship is, the future, and freedom and working from anywhere, and not having these traditional sort of gatekeepers, stand between you and your dream. Crowdfunding is such a wonderful way. I've been fortunate to help a bunch of entrepreneurs and creatives sort of take their idea, get the first initial. Nobody gets rich from crowdfunding. Nobody cashes in their $1 million and goes to the beach, right? These are entrepreneurs that are creating businesses, but often the gatekeepers, the existing kind of gatekeepers in society, they don't see the vision, right? And history's littered with great stories of entrepreneurs where people didn't see the vision, right? Tim Ferriss's book was turned down by 25, publishers before it became #1 New York Times bestseller, all the way back to, Gone with the Wind, and there's tons and tons of stories. Harry Potter was turned down by every major publisher, right? The gatekeeper said, this book is too long, nobody makes money from a children's book, and now it's a how many billion-dollar franchise that's going to pay J.K. Rowling's kids forever and ever and ever, right? And just brought joy to so many people. So my point is the gatekeepers are not always right. We anoint them as arbiters of taste. We say they know what's good and what should exist in the world. And what I love about crowdfunding is it proves that the gatekeepers can be wrong, and you can still achieve your dream. You can still get started. You can still, take your idea, find the right 1,000 people that care, right? It's that blog post that I know you've read called Kevin Kelly's 1,000 True Fans. We can link it up in the show notes. Go find your 1,000 people and literally ignore everyone else, and then you can bring your dream to the world.
Yeah, and give me an example of one person you've helped, an entrepreneur, that really fits into this mold.
Yeah, absolutely. One of my favorites is a project called Kittyo, Kittyo. This inventor, Lee Miller, was literally just cat sitting his friend's cat named Pasha, and the owner of the cat was texting Lee for updates and wanting text and photos and videos, and they sent him videos of playing with the laser and Instagrams and stuff. It was a brand new kitten, but she had this work trip and she missed her cat, and so Lee had fun. He cat sat the cat and sent her all this stuff, and then he said, "Wait a minute, this is a problem people have all the time. They don't just go on vacation; they leave their cats every day." So Lee was like a marketing branding guy. He wasn't an inventor, the traditional kind of Albert Einstein sort of inventor, but he invented this thing called Kittyo, Kittyo, and it's this like futuristic lava lamp looking kind of tower that allows you to play with your cat even when you're not home. So you can go to work, whip out your phone, and literally like draw a laser on the floor, play with your cat, dispense treats. So he's connecting, right? We live in a connection economy, and if anyone doesn't believe we live in a connection economy, look at Airbnb, largest hospitality company in the world, but they own no hotels. Uber, largest transportation company in the world, they own no cars, right? So all these, Facebook is the largest media company. They don't create their own media. We all create it for them. So it's about connecting these people. And Lee was able to successfully connect cat owners with their cats when they're at home. And then he did the Kickstarter. We worked together. And in 6 months, he gathered 13,000 emails before they launch. One sort of tactical specific tip for your listeners is that crowdfunding projects get funded before they launch, not while they're live. So Lee had never built a landing page before. He didn't even know that he was supposed to collect emails, but he was a perfect student, followed all the steps, gathered 13,000 emails before he launched, and he was funded in 36 minutes. He was 200% funded on the first day, and he raised over $270,000 to get his venture off the ground and to bring Kittyo to the world.
That is awesome. I'm not a cat person, so to me it sounds like Creepio, but I love it.
I'm not either. I'm a dog guy.
So now let's dive in for a couple minutes. Specific tactics. Give us one big thing. If you had to just focus on one thing, whether it's a mistake or something that you think really leads to the success that your clients have had in crowdfunding, what is that?
Yeah, absolutely. As soon as you have an idea for crowdfunding, what you need is not big media. You don't need to get covered in TechCrunch or Mashable or the New York Times or the Wall Street Journal. And I'll tell you, those won't even convert. Those won't even give you traffic and backers. Put up a landing page, show it to your friend, show it to your cat-loving Aunt Jessica if it's Kittyo, right? Show it to the people who care. You need one person, and then 10, and then 100, and then 1,000. And when you get to 1,000, you can get funded. If you get $50 from 1,000 people, that's $50,000 and you're off to the races. So ignore the media that tells you that you want this big press, you want this and that. Start at the bottom, think bottom up, not top down. Tell the story on your landing page. And it's not about you, it's about them, right? Lee didn't say, fund my Kickstarter.
Right.
He said, play with your cat even when you're not home. That's what cat lovers want to do. So it's a lot of the stuff that you know and have been teaching for years, Ryan. It's what's the value proposition? What's in it for them? What's the exchange for their email? In Lee's case, it was, sign up here to get the best early discount. The people that opted into Lee's list got Kittyo for basically half price of what he sells it now. So if you have this idea, spin up a landing page and test it. One thing I say is crowdfunding is a great validation or test for a business or an idea, and your landing page is a great validation or test for your crowdfunding campaign. That's how you bring the cost of failure to zero. Is it costs, as you know, almost nothing to put up a landing page. You can use LaunchRock or Lead Pages or any of those things. Get your articulation of your idea. If you just Google Kittyo landing page, I think my blog post explaining exactly how to do this with all the steps will come up. It's called How to Build the Ultimate Crowdfunding Landing Page, I believe. And I walk through step by step how Kittyo did it, how your listeners can do it, and just test it. Because guess what? If only 3 people give you their email and it's your mom and your girlfriend and Ryan, then it doesn't matter. Then change it up. You need to do something different. But if you get 500 or 1,000 emails, then you're off to the races.
I love it. And then give me one more tip. So,
yeah.
The one thing that I love, and maybe you could explain this a little bit, that shifted the way I did my campaign was you said, think about it as almost like people just want to shop, they want to buy, and that totally shifted the way I thought about it.
Yeah, they want the thing. If you look at the biggest campaigns, and don't try to emulate anything else about these biggest campaigns, but the Coolest Cooler and the Pebble Watch and the ones that raise, $5, 10, $15 million, it's the actual thing, right? It's not the myth is that there's a crowd of people wanting to band together to help you get to this goal. They actually want their thing. They do want to support you, but really what they want is the actual item. So even if your item is a little bit more less tangible than a physical watch or a cooler, you need to come up with what is a physical thing, and that could be a video course or a PDF or something digital. But really, crowdfunding is the coolest store on the internet. There are some people that do just wake up and browse Kickstarter and buy things, but really what it is, it's finding your 1,000 people that care about your thing. What problem are you solving? Dialing in the customer avatar and ignoring everybody else. That's the hardest thing, because the media teaches us to reach everybody. You want to just reach your 100 people.
Clay, right on the 10 minutes. Look at you. And I know you have an entire course you've put together step by step. So I highly recommend, if you're interested in learning more about crowdfunding, and I truly believe every entrepreneur can do something with crowdfunding. I mean, I did it, and I know you can as well. Check out his site. It is crowdfundinghacks.com/freedom, FREEDYM. He's got some special goodies just for you. crowdfundinghacks.com/freedom. Clay, awesome as always. I appreciate you being here. Now go back and go start crowdfunding and kicking some butt as you always do. And I appreciate you listening. This is Ryan Lee. We're signing off, but have no fear. I am going to be back tomorrow. I am here 7 days a week for you. So stay tuned. Subscribe on iTunes. If you like it, ratings and reviews are always appreciated. But again, I will be back in 24 hours, continuing here with The Freedom Show. Have an amazing day. Take care, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.